Hasselhoff? You were robbed. Everyone knows it. But you know what? Sitting around feeling sorry for yourself won't change anything. You gotta get back out there. You gotta show them the real Hoff.
All right, enough of the drawn-out chariots of hotties exposition. I want to see shots of these lifeguards who's hijacked our minds with the body of an angel and supermodel combined. It's Baywatch party time. Come on, let's talk. Let's shake that rump. Sorry guys, but much like your wife or the adult industry may tell you all too often, save it. Much like a Rubik's Cube, the more you watch Baywatch Season 1 for the swimsuit showdown, the harder it gets. Sorry, our regular scheduled program of Stop Them From Flopping will not be seen in its entirety tonight until Season 2.
Why, this is great. All this music during a 93-minute free ride from Southern California's Flame-Thrown FM. Christopher Lance.
Yeah, Radio 94 KKHR, Los Angeles.
In the meantime, be prepared to be inundated with more timeless reruns of these needy little shits. Seriously, you basically are airing an adult, mature, dramatic program that should be called Hotties in Slow-Mo, whose running joke Joey and Chandler had on Friends was to always keep them running. That's a key part of the show's appeal. No one wants to see more Children of the Sun here, so let's do a favor, take a Valium and park it.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
That may have worked for the Tanner family on ALF, but this isn't Planet Melmac. This is Boob Watch, where their motto is go ahead and stare.
Why? There aren't any girls around.
But someone thought there should be some subplots featuring little orphaned Hobie and his friends. So for those of the National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood looking for a quick fix, time to head to the Smitten Kitten, pick up that Playboy, roll it up into a ball, beat it against your temple several times, and then go gaze up at all the happy, lucky married couples walking on the bus stop. As they say, behind every successful man is a woman who didn't marry you.
Yeah, and look what happened.
Now that we got their Chili Willies frosted, perhaps we can get to more perplexing matters at hand. such as the focus of bored, unsupervised delinquents.
Exactly.
I'll have to admit, it does make up for what little time he puts into his son, not much in his house, his laundry, or dare I ask, his hygiene too.
I'd like that to change one of these days.
I got a better question for you, Mitch. Who's gonna save you from Child Protection Services?
Hey, where you going? I thought you were gonna help me.
They seem more to have a relationship out of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America than a father and son relationship.
I'd love to, Dad, but I got an education at stake here. Summer school, remember?
For a guy who thinks he's got the Mrs. Doubtfire touch to turn his home into a hummingbird feeder for the hotties, his life plays out much more like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Penis. You'd have better luck playing wingman to your man-child of a son, Eddie, than coming up with an excuse to one of your dates who spots Hobie creeping downstairs late at night for a glass of milk as she asks you, "Who's that?" "That's my son." "Thought your ex had sole custody." We had a difficult divorce because there was a child involved. My wife didn't want custody. Besides, he wanted to tag along with me for the weekend, but forgot to leave the wife a note. So it's kidnapping? Well, I wouldn't call it kidnapping. I just like to use the term surprise adoption.
Going, I thought you were gonna help me.
I'd love to, Dad, but I got an education at stake here.
Poor Hobie, tired of being harassed by playing wet nurse to your dad?
Summer school, remember? Gotta be there early.
Well, kudos to you by acting now. Embrace education, embrace literacy, and let self-independence and cleanliness be your guide. Mitch can say otherwise, but I think we know who the real teenager of this house is. Mitch, the lazy one, who stays up late, sneaks in women, has a messy room, constantly emitting high-energy gamma rays of drama. Seriously, who needs a security system? Because if an intruder really wanted to sneak in and kill you, they probably would trip over something in the house and die. Oh wait, it's summer. Just because you're a little behind on good housekeeping, you want to reduce his summer vacation by 45 minutes this year? If you need a housekeeper, Mitch, why don't you host an OCD support group? Because someone is about to start cleaning. It will be spot on. This marks the first time on Baywatch where Hobie is also called the Hopester. Yeah, the Hopester has fallen in with the wrong crowd, and based on the direction he's going, he will later be known as the Hobo. This older crowd is comprised of much older gentlemen that are about as clumsy and stupid to be hanging around with a child to begin with. Recruitment must be up for the junior mafia. Hobie, he doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, adults get arrested. Sorry, but your armpits do not make mouths water. Looks like the lice tours at La Briar Armpits is open. Hobie is sure in a stinky situation as they pressure Hobie to jet ski next to the pier. So we enter another dramatic music moment of utter importance as Hobie hobnobs in between a sequel of Panic at Malibu Pier Part 2, The Pier of Death. Oh, don't worry, the Pier of Death waits to claim all by sucking your wake. I hope you like the taste of wood.
Are you okay?
Off the scale, man, it was rad!
But seriously, what are the chances you'll be able to risk life and limb, plus other functioning body parts, by jet skiing to your doom eve again? Embrace insanity!
You did good, Oakster. I'm proud of you.
Enjoy your peer-to-peer networking for now, because Hobie is also known as all what other misfortunes who dance with danger around the Pier of Death as Lev and Die bait.
It's okay.
Your number one for classic radio listening.
Power 106. Instant request.
Oh!
For the first time, we get to meet the man on the Baywatch police beat, Garner Ellerby, played by Gregory Allen Williams. Yes, that very same Gregory Allen Williams of Baywatch Nights fame. But don't get all mushy on me now. That show makes me squeamish enough to cast me overboard to the Pier of Death right now.
I'm a cop, not a lifeguard. Transferring me down here was cruel and unusual punishment.
Before he was a private gumshoe, he was your local favorite four-wheeling patrolman, catching some rays, enjoying some laughs, and having what's left over from the Baywatch commissary because, hey, he loves his job.
Sand in my shoes, blisters on my feet.
Okay, if Hobie had any common sense not to flirt with danger, we could roll the credits, because I think we've seen enough of what this episode has to offer, with the motto of the day being, safety and a love of morality first.
Yeah, so what else is new?
Seriously, this is a child who thinks riptides are far and few between piers. Tell me again, Mitch, how your child can defeat the laws of physics. But no, he would rather pay his kid to wash his car while getting the googly eyes from some poster mama.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a bikini, Mitch. I've seen one. You've seen them. We've all seen them. And your point?
What a girl. I like her. She's beautiful.
Why, are they extinct in your parts?
No, I don't.
But boy, does he get all zippy about jet skis while Hobie accuses him of being the party pooper.
I'm too a fun guy.
Crash and burn. So who does Hobie go to keep Mitch from cooling his jets? The least interesting supporting character in the world. For he doesn't always say relevant things, but when he does, it doesn't have anything to do with what you're talking about.
Somebody's got to do it.
So Hobie is left with a nickel's worth of fatherly advice by Jack Handy here.
You talk to him about any of this?
He doesn't want to listen.
Sure he does. I've known your dad since he was your age. He's a good guy. Give him a chance.
What was he like when he was my age?
He was always complaining about his dad.
Some people like Craig are slinkies. They don't really have a purpose, but they still bring a smile to your face when you push them down the stairs.
See you later.
Power 106. Powerhouse Parties. There's nothing like them.
Now let this party begin!
Party! It's a radical blast, dude. This is more fun than life itself.
We got Will to Power coming up on stage next. The Fat Boys to sound check. We are getting set and we are on schedule.
What do you think about the fireworks? Fireworks are the greatest play I've ever seen.
Backstage with Jeffrey Osborne.
Can't wait. So much excitement.
This is like a rave party!
Fabulous, marvelous, extravagant celebrities. We are happening here tonight.
Now, get set for Powerhouse 7. It's our way of thanking you for 3 fresh years. Keep it here. We'll announce the first artist confirmations within days on the station that you've made #1 again. Your Power 106.
Meanwhile, Trevor has made himself the least approachable, knowledgeable, resourceful lifeguard with the worst sense of humor and cruel temperament. Judging by your Joe boxers, I could have sworn you were either the bartender, snack fetcher, towel grabber, or lotion applicator.
Quite a show.
AKA personal services extraordinaire for a tool like you.
They're a lot of fun. Bit on the noisy side.
Hey, I know you now. Why, it's the Cabana Boy. Wow, ain't these two going to make the ratings soar?
Aren't you supposed to be up there?
The beach club doesn't care where I am as long as I watch my water.
Your beach club runs this little patch of sand. The water belongs to the county.
And the county says no power skis inside the surf line.
Is this supposed to go somewhere? Most of the steaminess from the lifeguard shoe diaries comes from her hot flashes.
The county also says you can't launch them from the beach.
What a county. Too bad it isn't landlocked.
The most music. Most music.
Power 106.
Back out in the deep blue yonder, someone doesn't know what she's doing, all the while Hobie and his older constitutes conduct a little drive-by flirting. These all too obvious and subtle tactics, with one chowderhead saying this is dangerous, could conclude she's flirting with danger. So this is what happens when you want some head. You just jet ski out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and either tell her to suck it or swim back. The best portion of your time will always be these small, nameless moments you spend smiling with someone who thinks matters to you.
I can't find her. Help me look.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if something is coming at you at that speed, it must be brutal. But then again, it's all in her head. With the girl nowhere to be found, our rescue team sends out its search party.
I want an underwater recovery unit code 3 here as soon as possible.
Standing by for backup. 1046 is straight till north of...
Yeah, just take your time. It's not like someone's internal organs are bleeding out somewhere into shark chum. If this was happening in our present time, I would tell you to get your head out of your apps.
Relax. They're just looking for the body.
You mean the woman you killed?
It was an accident. You think I meant to kill her?
The search party, led by Captain Clueless, always has the distinct reputation here of going the extra mile. That is what happens when you get lost easily. He is a man of no importance, Baywatch's favorite gopher. That all he does is steer the boat on all rescues, straight out of night shift school. To put a little reality into the situation, the driver is played by himself, Mr. Greg Barnett, very similar to Noomi, in all that he does is play himself, thus living the quiet life of anonymity, the Tinseltown as a stuntman. Mr. Barnett sure does stunts like a boss. With over 400 credits to Baywatch's puny 127, he sure breezed them by. At least he'll know he'll have a check in the mail next morning. Unlike some people.
The call letters. KPWR. The frequency. 105.9. The station. Power. 106.
Back at rock bottom, Mitch and Craig try to pick up the pieces while Garner pokes fun at them, let the professionals handle it, while these two try to keep their heads above water before they hurt themselves.
No, I think something hit her, not the other way around.
If you amateurs are done, I'll get this down to the police lab for some real analysis.
Aw, I think it's safe to assume the woman's corpse has probably turned into the scarecrow of the sea.
You let him talk to you like that?
But hey, it's always customary to ask a lifeguard's advice to take in the evidence because, after all, they have absolutely no jurisdiction on dry land. Making lifeguards into copies conjures up too many images of suntan Zac Efrons walking up and down the beach with a .38 caliber pistol strapped around his swim trunks.
Hey, no, wait a minute.
Sorry, your duty is to protect life, not to enforce. You should be sitting on the sand looking west to the great blue yonder, rather than east into the parking lot trolling for car prowlers, pimps, pushers, and dope dealers.
How do you guys know all this stuff?
Because the rigging's set for a woman.
I mean, judging by the boom, she's at least 5'6", 5'7".
That's Johnny Law's territory.
I don't suppose you figured out her name.
Her name? Well, we left that for you.
They sure showed you, because when it comes to saving lives and spreading thighs, they know all colors, shapes, and sizes of the female rainbow.
Maybe the lab can trace some fingerprints on the boom.
Boom, that's the stick thingy in the middle.
The mothership has landed. Pirate Radio, 100.3 FM. Welcome to the jungle.
Pressure. Back at home, wearing his Martha Stewart best, Mitch is going to let Hobie in on a new broom that is sweeping the nation to prove that he is a cool dad with a license to grill family values. No, he would rather beat the meat with Hobie.
Whoa, man, glad you made that shot.
We're going to be hungry a lot longer.
Oh, I bet he'll take it staking, not stirred. Don't we all like them thick? Aw, I think all hosts of the Buchanan household should wash their hands before handling raw food or be subjected into being thrown into an active volcano. I like my burgers well done and hold the salmonella.
It's only happened a couple times.
If you had a nickel, Mitch, for every time you screwed up his name or just being a father in general, you'd have enough money to pay for your mistakes.
No way.
I'm not going to go out on the record for any age jokes here, but Hobie, I genuinely feel bad about how old you are. You look like you've de-aged a year.
Why do you care?
Mitch later gets a call from Garver to update him on the latest homicide investigation. Funny, I didn't know Mitch's name was James Bond. I thought these were for someone else's eyes only.
Back up, that's not fair.
Apparently, Hobie is crazy about a girl and Mitch wants in on seconds.
Hobie, the discussion isn't over yet.
Aww. Next time, respond with, I'm not going to have what you're cooking.
Damn it.
For the life of To Catch a Predator, can you just sign yourself off for the evening?
In the morning, Shannon in the morning, in the morning, in the morning, Pirate Radio.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We later catch up with Eddie to find he's just taking up space.
Hey.
That's what hobos call on the street as a compromise.
Yeah, and breakfasts aren't cheap either. What do you say we grab some pancakes and eggs and talk about it?
Because no one likes a cranky homeless guy.
On you? On me.
He later offers him a combo platter of eggs, bacon, and pancakes at Perkins. You know Perkins, where you're either homeless, stoned, or drunk at 3 a.m.? Where else are you going to go? Yeah, that Perkins.
And you want to get an early start? Yeah.
In a scene that is Chuck Norris double denim improved, they keep exchanging hyperboles and the philosophy of life while a random woman skates around Eddie. What can I say? She's really into your Levi's, Eddie. The original yoga pants of the 90s.
Doesn't everyone?
During their discussion, Craig offers his wife Gina to set him up with some suitable housing that is later followed by a montage.
It's gonna be a lovely day.
Only thing you need to know about this montage is Eddie gets assaulted by the sweet child o' mine. Ook. I'm just going to back away slowly and come back to this episode when there's less weird shit.
You see that? It's gonna be all right. Welcome to the circus.
Why are homeless men so easy to date? Because you can drop them off anywhere.
We're here. Where? What? This is where I live. You live here? Up there.
By an act of you didn't see that, since the pilot of Panic at Malibu Pier, Gina Pomeroy was morphed into a more youthful, less motherly actress.
Intern in New York, meet glamorous women like me. That is, of course, if you're really lucky.
Quite the hospitality Eddie receives as they are served child-sized sippy cups.
Let's dish.
Here we go.
What brings you to the frontier?
Frontier? Don't start.
Start what?
Too late.
Isn't this place just brewing with warmth? It's all about the hug life here.
This is our storage room.
This is bigger than a lifeguard tower. Honey, in Manhattan, this would go for $1,500 a month. In Japan, $5,000.
Now that's one grade A dilapidated piece of shit.
Okay, it definitely wasn't for cheap housing.
Eddie is so broke he can't afford to pay attention as Gina allows Eddie to sleep in their storage closet. Is that supposed to be a joke? Because if you're worried about coming out of the closet, you better do it on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, well, I have my reasons.
If you want to go back in the closet, you can just claim it was a joke and go back in.
Oh man, I would kill for something like that.
Pirates Radio.
Hobie starts out his day in salmon pink shirt, yellow shoes, and checkered shorts. If this acting thing doesn't work out, you got a clear shot at being the next busboy at the 50s primetime cafe.
Yeah, and a lot of fun, too.
Then again, they would never hire you anyway. I heard you have a checkered past.
Sure.
Commercial free. Zero commercials. Pirate Radio 100.3 FM.
Instead of casting nets, he casts stones.
Sure it's the same kids.
They're out here every day circling around and raising hell.
And rather than helping the hurting, he hurts the helpers.
Yes, you do.
So the plan is for Mitch, Jill, and a Detective Garner to act on a tip on the last person seen with the drowned woman.
So I asked for a date. She reluctantly agreed.
Speak and you shall be seen as the Hobie is caught overhearing the two dudes talking about the gal they murdered.
What'd you hear?
Nothing.
Don't lie to me.
Scott, leave him alone.
Please shut up.
Now he's on the run from the Go-Go's.
Shut up!
They go back to the same opening music sequence again for no apparent reason, and Mitch is putting on his best impression of Steve Mongo McMichael, the monster of the Midway Beach, as he takes down the bad guy. Yeah, if you wait around long enough, they're sure to call roughing.
And now a tender, early morning love song.
I'm so scared, Dad.
So was I, pal.
Still with that pal talk, huh? Do you know what another name for this relationship would be called? Surrender.
Glad to hear it.
Next time on Baywatch, we are having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Oh yes, the temperature is rising. Isn't it surprising? Why children can't keep out of this storm drain. Will the case finally be closed on Craig's midlife career crisis? Suit up next time to find out all on Baywatch Watch.